Okay, let's dive into this fantastic story that's actually a brilliant metaphor for one of the most critical tasks in the world of data. It's a tale of a kingdom, a hero, and a dragon. But it's really about the epic quest for clean, reliable data.
So, we start in the Kingdom of Veritas, a realm built entirely on the absolute truth of its great ledger. Think of this ledger as the kingdom's single source of truth. It holds everything. But a mysterious curse, this creeping corruption, has fallen upon it, and it's threatening to unravel, well, everything. You see, this blight, it wasn't some monster or an invading army. No, it was something far more subtle, and, for a kingdom built on facts, way more dangerous: data corruption. It's like a poison that doesn't spill blood, but just erases truth, leaving total chaos in its wake. Okay, so here's what that corruption actually looks like. See the empty cells where dates should be? Those are null values, just voids where history's supposed to be written. And check out Agreement 14b, 2 different amounts for the exact same claim. This isn't just, messy paperwork. These are the kinds of errors that lock people's lives in limbo, preventing them from getting the compensation they're owed. So with the kingdom on the brink, the elders turn to our hero, Kahlan, a young scribe who has this amazing gift for seeing patterns in the chaos. Kahlan's quest is to restore the ledger by learning these ancient rites of data transformation, a series of powerful spells designed to reshape and purify all that corrupted information.
Kahlan's training starts with the basics, 3 really fundamental spells for, data hygiene. First, the rite of rename columns gives every column its true, proper name. Next, transform column types, makes sure numbers are treated as numbers and dates are treated as dates. And finally, this little purification chant, text.trim and text.clean, scours away all the invisible gunk and stray characters. This is the absolute first step in any data quest.
Then, Kahlan learns something deeper, a more powerful kind of magic, creating a unique ID for every single record. By forging a true name for each entry, he builds this powerful defense against the chaos of duplicates, making sure that no one truth can ever be mistaken for another. Without this, the whole quest is just doomed from the start.
So, Kahlan's armed with these new spells, and boom, he gets this first big win by cleansing the kingdom's land scrolls. The data is starting to flow clearly for the first time in ages, but this success only ends up shining a light on a much deeper, much more terrifying problem that was hiding in the shadows.
And in this new maze, Kahlan finds 2 different kinds of data monsters. On one side, you have ghostly echoes. These are just simple copies that create a lot of confusion. But on the other side, you have the much more dangerous, malevolent contradictions. This is where a single claim is tied to multiple conflicting amounts. These don't just confuse you, they completely destroy any trust in the ledger itself.
And then, Kahlan has this just stunning realization. This isn't random messiness. These aren't just a series of unfortunate mistakes. The patterns are too consistent. These errors are tracks, and they're all leading back to a single monstrous source of corruption. He realizes he's not just cleaning up a mess, he's hunting a dragon.
So, to find this beast's lair, Kahlan has to pull off the most powerful rite of them all, the Great Joining. This isn't about cleaning one set of records anymore. It's about merging 2 totally separate realities, the people's claims and the royal asset registry, to see exactly where they clash and contradict each other. Now, in our world, this incredible spell is called a full outer join. It's a super powerful command that combines 2 different data sets and shows you everything: what matches, what's in the first table but not the second, and what's in the second but not the first. It reveals every single inconsistency. And the result of this great joining? It's basically a map of all the corruption that reveals 3 distinct types of flaws. No comp shows you royal assets with no one claiming them. No data shows these heartbreaking claims from people with no matching royal record. And mismatch, that's where the 2 realities just directly contradict each other. This map points the way.
Okay, so this map of inconsistencies, it leads Kahlan not to some cave or a mountain, but to the very source of the corruption for the final showdown.
And here it is. To you and me, this probably just looks like a simple file path, right? But in our story, this is the arcane address of the Duplicity Dragon's lair. It's a single, merged master file, the one corrupted source from which all the falsehoods are flowing.
You see, the dragon isn't a creature of, fire and scales. It's this terrifying beast of living code, a chaotic, untamed, and deeply corrupted source file whose very existence pollutes the Great Ledger.
Its roar is the sound of 1,000 contradictory data points all screaming at once. So how do you slay a beast made of bad data? Well, not with a sword. You use a spell of pure logic. Kahlan casts the ultimate incantation, Table.Distinct. This spell is a law of singularity. It looks at every single record and just removes all but one unique instance. In a flash, every duplicate, every echo is simply gone. The dragon, a creature of duplicity, literally cannot exist in a world of singular truth, and it just vanishes.
With the dragon vanquished right at the source, the final act isn't another battle. It's a healing. It is the careful work of restoring the kingdom's faith in its own memory, one truthful record at a time.
And you can see the results right away. They're tangible. On the scrolls, the faded gray ink of mismatch magically transforms into the golden script of a mounts match. The hopeless status of no-H shifts to the confident final green of paid. This isn't just cleaning data. This is restoring order.
And as these records get confirmed, a proof of payment date just materializes on the scroll. It's not just text, it's like a magical seal, an unbreakable promise fulfilled. This is the ultimate goal, right? Clean data leading to real-world action.
And this is why it all matters. It's never just about the numbers, you know? Behind every corrupted data point, there's a real story. In this case, it was a single family, stuck in limbo for years, whose entire future was restored because Kahlan had the courage to hunt the dragon and heal the ledger.
So, this whole quest leaves us with a pretty critical question. Every dataset, every spreadsheet, every database has its own dragons, its own hidden corruptions and lurking contradictions. The only question is, what hidden beasts are lurking in your data, and are you prepared to fight them?